Well, I am Koyal Rana. I am the 51st woman to be crowned Femina Miss India. Let's start with the four things that, or these four stages of life that the Vedas talk about. So Upanishads is from where the yoga was born. Now, Upanishads talk about four stages. The first one is the Brahma stage, which is from 0 to 25 years of age. This is the age where you learn. You grasp everything. You experience all the things. You educate yourself. You read, you learn, and everything that you're learning is going and becoming a part of you. Not only the things that you're memorizing, but things that you're also experiencing. Memorizing is not the real education. Yes, today it's being the only way to find out who the intellectual is, and which is why we also feel so lost in today's times, because let's put 5 children together. The one who can memorize is the most intelligent one. The professions that person chooses is the most successful profession. What about the rest of them? They're not being taught anything else. And the Vedas or the Yogas or the Upanishads professes that you are taught the ways of life. Now, in this first stage, you're not supposed to feel bad or feel like things were so wrong with you, or why did this happen to me, or this is something that happened that was really, really wrong, and this shouldn't have happened. This made me the person I am today. This is why I'm so angry, or this is why I today am so broken. Instead, just let it be. And when you turn 25, I tell my friends, the age 25 is the most beautiful age that you can ever be in. That 1 year of your life is going to be the most confusing age, because this is when you will start seeing the past 25 years of your life, and you will start analyzing everything, but you're also the youngest of the next stage of the life, that is the grahastha or the aranyaka, right? And this is the age where you start applying everything that you've learned. So don't feel super burdened by the fact that you have to make a career right now, everyone's doing so great. But understand that life is a process and you cannot beat it. There will be exceptions or young achievers, but it's just the society that calls them achievers. They're not. We all are living through the same thing. And also, don't get bogged down by the society, because you're not special. You're not the only one. You're not the only one who is facing this societal pressure. It's everyone. Everyone who has lived through the life ever has faced it. All you have to do is to learn how to positively react, how to positively handle, or how to positively beat this pressure and live the way you want to. Rebelling is not the way. That's like a very negative reaction that you can give. Positive reactions are something that comes to you when you practice yoga. Again, yoga is not just the asanas or the meditation. There are series of disciplines that you have to learn. You don't have to learn them in in a year or like 6 months. It is said that it takes you 12 years to perfect the art of yoga. So you have 12 years to become like the perfect person. When I say perfect, it doesn't mean, you can't say that nobody is perfect. A perfect human being doesn't exist. Maybe you won't be perfect in the lives of others, and no one can be, because everyone has a different story, everyone has a different outlook to look at you. So you will never be perfect. You may look, but then you will feel, oh, I look perfect in everyone's eyes, but I am not. Instead, you could be, wow, I am perfect, but in the other people's eyes, I am not. I think that's a much, much better way to live your life, or to have the mindset while living your life. Of course, we start practicing yoga with the asanas, the yogic postures, which are really, really difficult, and they look difficult. Okay, let's just finish these 4 stages, and then we can start how we can make yoga fun and meditation easier. So the second stage is, where you start making relationships, where you start making a house, where you start building a family. It doesn't have to be like your husband or your kid or like things, but it can be your friend circle, it can be your network, it can be your business, it could be your community. That's what you start doing. You start applying everything you've learned, because you have learned everything that you had to learn in these 25 years. And in the 25, you'll be confused. 26 onwards, you will start feeling a little better about things, and till the age of 50. Now, this is when you have done everything that you could. After 50 comes the third stage, where you are going to now enjoy your life. Now, in order to enjoy your life, you have to be physically fit, right? Otherwise, what's the point in sitting in a hospital bed, or like with diabetes, not able to do things, or getting tired easily? So when you turn 50, you also want to look good, right? When you turn 50, you want to look like Jennifer Aniston, or things, or how does she look young today? And it's not that, I was watching this video the other day, and there were people who looked at these women of that age, around 50 or 40 or 60, whatever, and they asked them to age for her age, right? And then these women who were a part of this experiment, they would look at the picture and they would say, yeah, she's pretty for her age. She's beautiful for her age. She's gorgeous for her age. So this age factor, we need to really get away from it. So when you turn 50, you are the youngest of the next stage people. You are going to live a new, completely different, beautiful life of your life. And here is when you are going to fulfill all your desires. And by 75, fulfill every desire that you can, because unless you do that, you cannot become desireless. And when you turn to 75 is the last stage, where now you've learned how to let go of everything. It took you 25 years to be able to get rid of the materialistic world while you were enjoying it. So now this is where Upanishad says that now you can achieve moksha. This is where you will become the spiritual self, because now you have no responsibilities. Now you don't have to think about society. Now you don't have to think about anybody. It's all you. You go back. You inside yourself. You become spiritual. Now, what is being spiritually healthy? When you are spiritually healthy, when you have practiced yoga, when you have practiced every discipline that yoga talks about, how do you become spiritual? Now, in this stage, you become fully spiritual. But while you're practicing, your health, your spiritual health starts to improve. You start asking questions and you realize that you have the answer inside you. You start searching for those answers. You're not even sometimes searching, you just answering them yourself. And that is the symptom of, that's a wrong word, but that is how you realize that now your spiritual health is becoming better, because you're asking the right question, the relevant question, and you are able to find the answer within yourself. So these were the 4 stages, right? Now, let's just quickly talk about how to do yoga. When you're performing yoga, the first definition is sthiram sukham asanam. Sthiram means stillness. Sukham means bliss or comfort or happiness. Asanam is the posture. So when a posture becomes still, you're not even shaking, or you're not even, when you can try this one day, go for shooting and take a rifle, and they make you see through a pinhole, and there's like a dot, and you have to focus that dot on the center of the target, and you will realize that your hands are never still. It takes practice, it takes discipline. So that is what is happening. Even if you think you're still, you're not. You're constantly shaking or moving, and that disturbance doesn't let you stay stable here. When you do that exercise that I just told you, you will understand what I'm trying to say, and it'll help you make your body stable even more. Now, when you do that, every movement that you make during yoga, you have to breathe. If you stop your breathing, you're wasting your time. You're not going to get any results. Third thing you need to remember is your focus has to be on the body all the time. You have to be aware where your toes is, your nose is, your fingers are, your back is, your bones are, everything. It has to be always a constant and conscious effort. Now, for what does yoga do? The asanas, what it does is it prepares you for the strength that's required to sit in a meditative posture. It is very difficult to sit in meditation for long, and that's why we do not attain an uninterrupted, continuous meditative state, is because we're not able to find that stillness in us. And when we perfect the art of asanas is when our dhyana becomes uninterrupted. So asanas, the only aim of asanas is to prepare you to sit in a meditative posture. Obviously, it also keeps you healthy, because then when you turn 50, you have to start enjoying your life and enjoy the fruits of things that you've built, the business you've built, the network you've built, the people you've surround yourself with, right? Okay, so how does yoga affects your health? Physically, your posture improves. Now, we really underestimate what posture is. A winner is determined by the posture. It's a very subconscious phenomena that takes place, and it makes you want to be like that person. When you see someone with a good posture, you don't even realize it's such a subconscious effort, you would want to be like them, right? Then mentally, it makes you see things, perspectives of both the sides, the negative and the positive. With the lifestyle that we have today, it is extremely difficult to be able to see both the negatives and the positives because of all the influences of the environment that is. So when you do yoga, your mind takes a step back, it tries to see, and it consciously, it subconsciously, unconsciously does that work for you. Emotionally, have you ever felt that, you're feeling something, but you have no idea what you're feeling or why you're feeling, and you're overwhelmed, you want to express it to others, but you can't even express it to yourself, right? Imagine a life of no pretense, saying everything that you feel, saying everything that is coming right from inside you. That is how an emotionally healthy person is. Behavioral and social, they're very interconnected. Practicing yoga makes you accepting, makes you see a person in its full capacity. And when you do that, you understand that these vibes that you see are not really vibes. It's the body language. You understand body language, it's what you think. It's what your mind is tricking you into. But a body language always gives two signs. And to be able to see both of them and match it with the expression and the words, you need an external help. Yoga gives you that help. So if you want to gain all the benefits, you have to practice the disciplines every day of your life without missing a single day of your fucked up life. Thank you.